The coroner is called to the scene of a crash in Rockford. At least 2 people had to be rescued from the wreckage.
Plus, all week long, firefighters have faced flames in sub-zero temperatures. One local chief shares the challenges winter weather can bring for first responders.
And a local museum celebrates 50 years in the community. Midway Village marks the milestone preserving Rockford's history.
Live from WTVO 17, this is Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. The Winnebago County coroner responds to a crash scene.
First responders were called to the area of South Main Street and Pelly Road, that's north of Rockford's airport, around 9:30 this morning. A box truck and car were spotted in a ditch. Initial reports say 2 people were trapped and needed to be cut from a vehicle. The Winnebago County Sheriff's Office says the crash is serious. Traffic surrounding the area was blocked off and drivers were asked to avoid the scene. State line firefighters work in frigid temperatures to put out a mobile home fire. Around 5:30 last night, Harlem Roscoe Fire was called to Rainbow Lane Mobile Home Court on North 2nd Street. First responders found one of the trailers engulfed in flames. The residents were outside of the home and no one was injured, but 2 family cats are still missing. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Those firefighters faced sub-zero temperatures last night, the cold and ice providing even more challenges.
Drea Baroni talked with the local fire chief about the difficult conditions first responders face. Drea, the weather changes how they do their job.
Yeah, Eric, Mimi, it does. This bone-chilling cold can force fire crews to call for backup. Firefighters often need an extra resource or just time to heat up away from below zero temperatures. Loves Park Fire Department Deputy Chief Greg Kuntz tells me his crew wears extra layers and takes preventative steps, but sometimes the cold is just too much. He says even the hoses can freeze up.
For the nozzles, it would be more or less the couplings where they connect the male and female ends. And if there's a slow leak there, and for whatever reason they stop flowing water to where it would continue to flow, then it would it's a good chance of freezing right there to where we would have to really try and either heat it up or break it loose.
Kuntz says that takes time, and so does getting to emergency calls. There could be a delayed response time due to road conditions. But there are some things residents can do to help out firefighters, like keeping fire hydrants clear of snow and ice and following the odd-even parking ordinance. That lets crews get quicker access in an emergency. Mimi?
All right, thanks, Drea. The frigid air can be harmful to our health, especially if outside too long. Doctors say hypothermia and frostbite are 2 reasons people show up in the emergency room this time of year. They say if someone is suffering from hypothermia, their body temperature will drop below 95 degrees. If that happens, they should get medical attention right away.
The experts say, you want to use warm things, but avoid things that are super hot. So like a heating pad, you would want to avoid. Don't go huddle around the stove or around the furnace to warm up,
Mild cases of frostbite can be treated at home by placing the affected area under warm water.
The Illinois Board of Elections hears objections for potential 2024 presidential candidates appearing on the ballot.
Smith and Conrad versus Biden, Anderson, Hawley, Hickman versus Trump.
5 cases were called. 3 objected to President Biden's name appearing on the ballot. 1 case objected to Nikki Haley and 1 objected to former President Donald Trump. All complaints were assigned case officers to begin the process. At the end of the month, both sides in each case will present arguments to the full Board of Elections. Board members will then make a ruling about the ballots for the March primaries. Any candidate blocked has the right to appeal.
Lawmakers are back in Springfield this week for their spring session, and this year's election will have a big impact on the business they get done. Since Roe v. Wade was overturned, progressive lawmakers have discussed protecting Illinois' reproductive rights even further. One idea that's been floated but not formally proposed is a constitutional amendment that would codify these rights.
I think discussions are ongoing around that. I don't think any decisions have been made around moving forward with any of that at this time.
Illinois already has a law protecting abortion access, but a constitutional amendment would be much more difficult to reverse. The constitutional amendment would also require a 3/5 majority of voters to approve if proposed.
A new round of state funding is going to support migrants coming to Illinois and to create more housing options outside Chicago. Governor J.B. Pritzker says the total is about $17 million. $11 million is specifically for grants municipalities can apply for to welcome and support recent arrivals. $4 million will go to 13 of the state's welcoming centers. $2 million is for immigrant family resource providers, which offer interpretation and translation services. Education leaders scheduled a roundtable to talk about migrant students in public schools.
A task force in the Capitol held its first meeting today about plans to tell an important part of history. It's called the Underground Railroad Task Force. The group's focusing on telling the story of the Underground Railroad in Illinois. Lawmakers involved with the task force say they plan on connecting projects already underway on the topic and new ones to paint a bigger picture of the railroad's role in the state.
This is an opportunity to tell the complete and authentic story of the Underground Railroad and Illinois' contribution to this important piece of history. So we will be looking at not only the conductors, but also those freedom fighters that were coming along on the railroads.
The task force will submit a report of its findings and recommendations to the governor by July 1st.
A Rockford museum celebrates half a century of preserving history. This year's Midway Village's 50th anniversary. Rockford, Harlem, and Swedish historical societies founded the center in 1974. Throughout the 70s and 80s, Midway underwent a campaign to create a living history village. It originally began with 8 buildings. There's more than 20 now. The museum's executive director says it's important to understand experiences people had in the past.
We have a lot of student visitors. Last year we had over 40,000 visitors of various types. We had run educational programs, and it's really an important asset in our community. And our village is really special and unique to have our living history in our village. So it's really a fun experience.
Midway Village plans to launch a permanent Camp Grant exhibit later on this year.
A New York man has been in Taliban custody for more than 500 days.
Up next, his family's on Capitol Hill asking lawmakers help to get him home.
And coming up at 6, a gospel music award show is returning to the Forest City. Organizers say they have plans to take the program nationwide.
And our temperatures are still falling below the average 29 degrees, but at least we made it above 0 this afternoon. 13 our high temperature. We made it down to 6 below very early this morning. Temperatures will hold steady through the night, but it also means we've got some snow chances to time out. A look at how much could come down in the first warn forecast a little later.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
It's been more than 500 days since the Taliban took New York's Ryan Corbett prisoner.
His family's imploring Congress and the Biden administration to take action. Basil John reports on the latest efforts from lawmakers to help Corbett.
More than 500 days ago, Anna Corbett's husband, Ryan Corbett, was detained by the Taliban.
He has changed so much. He's aged a lot and lost a lot of weight, and I'm so scared.
Since then, she's spoken to him 3 times, the last time on Christmas.
He was asking, why is this taking so long? Why am I still here?
The family lived in Afghanistan for more than a decade, and Ryan started a business to help Afghans get microloans for their homes and businesses. The family left Afghanistan when U.S. troops pulled out in 2021. Thinking it's safe, Ryan returned to Kabul on August 10th, 2022 for a business trip, but the Taliban wouldn't let him leave.
Ryan is being held in a 9-by-9-foot basement cell. He does not have regular access to a bathroom, sunlight, adequate nutrition, or medical care.
New York Republican Congresswoman Claudia Tenney has introduced a bill calling for Ryan's release. Fellow New York Democratic Congressman Joseph Morelli says he and his colleagues should
be exhausting all possible avenues to ensure Ryan is returned to the United States.
Pennsylvania Republican Congressman Dan Muser says the U.S. should cut off all aid to the Taliban until Corbett is freed.
Let's not continue sending American taxpayer dollars while we're having Americans held in this brutal, horrible manner.
Anna Corbett says she still hasn't received a straight answer as to why her husband is a prisoner. Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
Well, temperatures here at home made it into the double digits.
After the break, Candace gives us our chances for snow tonight, along with news of another dip in temperatures coming soon.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
All right, seriousness. We've got some cloud cover moving in here this evening after we had some sunshine out there earlier today. The clouds moving in ahead of a quick moving system that'll bring us some lighter snow here as we go through the night tonight. Impacts on that going to be relatively minor, but the snow that comes in tomorrow evening, we could actually see a little more of an impact once we get into Friday morning as far as those impacts for the Friday morning commute. High pressure moving through, kind of working to the east of us. Cloud cover advancing in from the west, and we see some light snow showing up here back through Iowa. However, not a lot of that reaching the ground, mostly because we are still fairly dry. So it'll take a little time before we start to see things kind of saturate as we go throughout the night tonight, and then eventually some light flurry activity, even a couple of lighter snow showers. A couple of bands of that moving through here overnight, but I don't think we'll see much as far as any accumulation. That low pressure system moving through western Nebraska now will kind of pass to the south of us once we get into the overnight hours. We'll keep some of the cloud cover around through this evening, so we're not expecting anything significant here as we go throughout the next several hours. But light flurries, light snow move in for tonight. Some slick spots will be possible going into Thursday morning. A dusting maybe up to an inch possible in some places. And for tonight, there may even be some locations that really don't see anything at all. So this isn't going to be a high impact event. I think some of the snow we see tomorrow night going into Friday, that could add up to a couple inches of snowfall for some. And with temperatures as cold as they are, we may actually have some impacts through Friday morning. Now temperatures, while they are still on the colder side, we were able to warm throughout this afternoon. We actually made it into the low teens. 13 our temperature here in Rockford, Freeport, same thing in Rochelle. Our wind chill numbers on either side of 0 degrees, so a vast improvement from just 24 hours ago. Winds, they are still from the southwest, and that cloud cover and wind going to be a factor actually in keeping our temperatures up. In fact, we may actually see those numbers rise just a little as we head through the overnight hours. So we could very well climb into the upper teens in a couple of spots. Notice this is midnight tonight. We've got a band of some light snow working through. I think roughly from Highway 20 to Interstate 88 may be the best kind of area to pick up on some of that lighter snow. Some flurries to the north, and then later tonight to the southeast of a line from DeKalb to Rochelle, we could see a couple of light snow showers work back in, and that would be after midnight tomorrow. That'll pass to the east of us once we get into tomorrow morning. Our southwesterly wind shifts to the northeast during the afternoon, but our temperatures are still warming because our starting point will be relatively mild. Now here comes that second band of light snow. This moves in here after about 6-7 o'clock tomorrow evening. This will for the most part be light, so we're not looking at anything too heavy with this, but the fact that our temperatures are in the teens and will be dropping, anything that does come down is going to stick, and that snow will be more light and fluffy because it will be a drier snow, which means when the winds pick up behind this system Thursday into Friday, we could have some issues with some blowing and drifting snow into Friday morning and throughout Friday afternoon. So temperatures tonight, we are down around 12. Tomorrow we're up to 17. You've got some light snow moving in, generally about 1 to 3 inches of snowfall with what comes in tomorrow night. The drop in temperatures, wind chills will drop down to about 25 below during the afternoon on Friday. Some warming numbers going into next week, but we also may see some freezing rain Monday night.
Lots going on, but we added another 30-day to that 7-day, or
We'll
30-degree temperature to the 7-day. Thanks, Candace.
Scott's next with sports. The Ice Hogs have put a bad month of December behind them. Things are looking up for them now.
And we'll find out who the latest candidate is for the offensive coordinator job with the Chicago Bears.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
After a bad month in December, the Ice Hogs look like they might have turned the corner here in January. They are coming off back-to-back wins last weekend in Grand Rapids. Overall, they have won 3 straight games for the first time since November, and that's bumped them up to 3rd place in the Central Division standings. What's even more encouraging is that the recent wins have come against the best teams in their division, Texas, Milwaukee, and Grand Rapids. As the Hogs near the halfway point of the season, I asked Coach Sorensen to assess where this team stands right now and the progress the guys have made so far this season.
A lot of the young guys have made a lot of progress. Really happy with their play lately and just how they're adjusting to the league. They went through some speed bumps. I think there's still going to be some down the road, but I think they've handled it really well, so I give them a lot of credit for the progress they've made here.
You're going to go through those ups and downs throughout the year. Obviously, ours came, like you said, in December. It was a tough month for us standings-wise, but we clawed back. When you're hot, you kind of got to put the pedal down, and when you're cold, you got to find a way to dig yourself out of it, which we did. So hopefully we can, get things going the right way.
The Hogs will finally play some home games this week, Friday night against Chicago and Saturday night against Iowa. The Blackhawks were supposed to play in Buffalo tonight. That game's been pushed back to tomorrow night. Lake effect snow keeps piling on Buffalo, causing travel bans in that city until tomorrow morning. The Bears' search for an offensive coordinator goes on. Their latest candidate they've interviewed is this man, Carolina Panthers offensive coordinator Thomas Brown. An interesting choice since the Panthers had the worst offense in the NFL this season. But Brown is attractive because he previously was on Sean McVay's coaching staff with the Rams. Brown also once was the running backs coach at Wisconsin. The Packers took shelter indoors for their practice today in Green Bay. The defenses looked great the last couple games against the Bears and the Cowboys. 49ers offense, though, offers even more challenges. Packers have to find a way to knock Brock Purdy and those guys off their game.
They do a great job of mixing and keeping you off balance in terms of their ability to run the football. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey, they got a great offensive line. Purdy has played at an MVP level. And then you have the receivers. Also, you have Kittle in there. So it's a well-balanced offense.
That's sports. We'll be right back.
First Warning Interactive Radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More. It is pretty quiet here tonight, but we are going to see some light snow later tonight, some accumulating snowfall tomorrow night. Watch for some slick conditions and blowing snow into Friday.
All right, thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending some time with us. Stay safe.